Jared James says you can enjoy success today, and that is the title of his new book, Enjoy Success Today, How to Start and Build a Thriving Business and Still Have a Life. Jared James, welcome to the program.
Change the focus. How can I give you business? How can I give you business? Then you don't understand that you're being graded all the time. And if you don't believe that, you grade people all the time, right? When was the last time you went out with some friends, or you and your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you went over someone's house, right? You didn't get to the end of the driveway before you started assessing that night. Well, they don't seem like they're doing too good, huh? She seemed really angry. Boy, those kids, how do they live with them? I couldn't do that. Somebody put that dog outside, and you start saying these kinds of things. And just like in school when you were graded, the grade you got was going to be how well you did. This same principle applies in your everyday life. People are grading you all the time, and the grade that you get is going to determine whether somebody uses you, whether they associate themselves with you, whether they want to be around you.
He's awesome. I mean, I'm very glad that, the MLS had him come and talk to us. He's truly an inspiration. It's amazing what he's done, in 5 years. I'm glad I was able to come today and hear him.
I tell you, it was great. It was very inspiring to me.
Oh, I found Jared to be a very enthusiastic speaker who was very knowledgeable, and I found his talk to be very informative and really provided me with a lot of great ideas and techniques, and I'm going to buy the book.
I find that people tend to receive things better, and they tend to receive the points that you're giving them to show them how to either grow their businesses, grow their entrepreneurial spirit, how to kind of balance their lives. I tend that they find the points that I give them, and they receive them much better when you get them to laugh. Okay, anybody ride a Harley Davidson? Okay. They did a poll of Harley Davidson riders, and they found that out of Harley Davidson owners, 37% were so loyal to the brand that they would tattoo the Harley Davidson tattoo on their rear end. Okay? I'm not kidding. So the question is, how many of your clients would tattoo? I want you to walk over to somebody less attractive than you and say hello. No, I'm just kidding. He went into a restaurant. This was in the USA. And it was struggling. They had great food, all this kind of stuff. The reviews were great, but they were just really struggling. And they were trying to figure out, what is it that we're doing? What can we do to turn this around? So they brought in this friend of mine, and they said, look, we're going to pay you. We want you to use your techniques, make this work. And here's what he did. And this applies to you as well. He decided to take 10 people that work at the restaurant. There was 10 people. And he said, out of you 10 people, what we're going to do is each one of you are going to learn 10 names of clients that come into this restaurant. Okay, so the cook learns 10 names, the waiter learns 10 names, the hostess learns 10 names, everybody learns 10 names. By the end, you've learned 100 names, right? When Joe Schmo walked in the door, okay, if Joe Schmo was the chef's guy, the chef would yell out, because they had kind of an open cooking area, he'd yell out, Joe Schmo, how you doing? Okay? And Joe Schmo would react, and he'd say, well, I'm doing good. He's not used to this kind of reaction. And the waitress, when she heard, the chef yell out, hey, Joe Schmo, she heard the name, and she said, Joe Schmo, how's it going? We haven't seen you in a couple days. And everybody started doing this. And you know what happened? He started coming back a lot, right? And what he did was he started going home, and he started talking to his kids and his wife, and in his head he was thinking, I know you guys don't think too much of me, but there's a restaurant that I'm going to bring you to. They think I'm pretty cool. So he started bringing people there. And when he started bringing people there, they started learning their names. And this started happening. And he started having his business meetings. Don't we all like to, if we have a business lunch or something, don't we like going to the place where we know the owner? Or you walk in and, hey, Jared, how you doing? Don't we like that? Doesn't that kind of give us credibility? So they started doing this. Do you know within 6 months, their profits actually quadrupled? Okay, just based on this one principle. They didn't change the menu. They didn't change anything. The only thing they did was they started treating the people differently. I can guarantee you one thing, and this has happened at 100% of the events that we've done, no matter where we were across the country, across the world, it doesn't matter. One thing is for sure. We found the people that have attended these events, they have had a great time, they've learned something, they've left inspired, and they feel like they have something to do for the future now. They feel like they have tangible things that they can do. And to me, that's what I do is all about. It's about inspiring them. It's about giving them tangible things, tangible principles that they can apply, about showing them how to get results and actually seeing the results, and it's about them having a good time. In keeping with our philosophies, that we don't want to just fly in and fly out. We don't want people to, like I said, just inspired and the next day they're right back to normal. That's just not worth it to me. I mentioned connecting with the crowd. I really want people to succeed. I really want them to get something. I can't explain it to you enough. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to feel like there is no hope. I don't do this because I want to be seen on stage. Anything could be further from the truth. I do it because I want people who haven't had the opportunity to succeed. I want to show them how to do it. And one of the ways we do that is at every event, we bring something that they can take with them. Whether it's a course that we leave with them that shows them the next steps, whether it's them getting the book and seeing, here's a little bit more in detail that I didn't have time to go in over an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it may be. But I want to leave them with something that's different, that it's not just like their last year's conference or the one that will come next year, that when the next year's conference comes, they're a different person.
He's awesome. I'm very glad that, the MLS had him come and talk to us.
But to see a guy like Jared who's done so well for himself, and I think his principles really make sense. And a lot of what he has to say is the way I think.
Continue to be efficient.
He's a great speaker.
I'm glad I was able to come today and hear him.
I am a top producer. A lot of what he said really hit home and reinforcing what I'm really working at developing.
I think he was great. It's a lot of good day-to-day information that you could use. We all go out and think that we want people to like us, but then you really don't ask the question when you're meeting somebody and talking about it. So I walked away with that a lot because I pay attention a lot to that, because I know that if I like somebody, I'm going to remember them and use them more than obviously if you don't like them.
I think he's fantastic. I think he's enthusiastic and it's contagious.
So you know what? Yeah, I've heard that before, but it's good because right now, I'm going to do it.